Om Śri Sāi Sarva Sanga Parityāgine Namaḥ. Salutations to Śri Sāi, who has renounced all worldly attachments. Can I have my group member to read the contents? Can I have Brother Mukesh?
Hi Ram, can you hear me?
Yeah, can.
Okay. Sorry, I've been away for 3 weeks, so. Om Śri Sāi Sarva Sanga Parityāgine Namaḥ. Salutations to Śri Sāi, who has renounced all worldly attachments. In order for us to relieve ourselves from the bondage of worldly attachment, Bhagwan Baba advises us with a beautiful analogy. There is a small boy in this country. It has been the tradition for some people to trap monkeys. What they do is to take a big pot with a narrow mouth and put something attractive into that pot. They put the pot where the monkey move about. The monkey easily puts its hand into the earthen pot. The monkey gets the material that is in the pot into its hand by clasping it. Its fist is full of that material, and the fist gets bigger and is blocked. The monkey cannot remove the hand. The monkey then thinks that someone inside the pot is catching hold of its hand. There is no one inside the pot holding the hand. What is holding the food inside the pot is the hand of the monkey. The moment it can give up what is in its hand, the hand can come out of it. Alas, the monkey does not realize this. Sairam.
Sairam, next, brother. Next slide. Yeah.
Okay. In the same manner, this enormous pot of the world has got what may be called a selfish mouth. We enter this pot through the selfish mouth of the world in order to satisfy our desires. For that reason, we are getting caught in it. If we simply give up what we have caught, then there is no bondage. This is called Vairagya. Vairagya does not mean giving up your home, giving up your wife and children, and going to the forest. To make an attempt to decrease your desire is called Vairagya. This has also been described by saying less luggage and more comfort makes travel a pleasure. If we can decrease the luggage of desire, then our journey of life will become a pleasure. Summer Course, 1977. Shall I read the self-reflections?
Yes, brother.
Okay. So, self-reflection 1. What desire will I choose to decrease or limit so that I can be free to enjoy my life's journey and experience my full essence of a divine being? 2. What is the important relevance and role of Vairagya in spirituality?
Thank you, Brother Mukesh.
No, you're welcome.
Sairam, this is a very very interesting clip which I come across, paying attention to my words, Swami words. What Swami want actually? Before we go through the today presentations, I would like everyone to have an open mind and listen carefully about this script and what is the Swami message about my words. Yeah, can on.
There was a time when Swami was again not talking to the students for a while. He was avoiding them completely. He would not come and interact with them like he would do every day in the mandir. It went on for a few days. maybe a few weeks, the students were a little upset with how things were going on, and they thought to themselves that they cannot allow things to be like this. They will have to go and ask Swami to forgive them. So they decided that that evening when Swami comes for darshan, they will encircle him and they will plead with Swami to forgive them and start speaking with them like he would do before. That evening Swami came, the students were all very emotional, they surrounded Swami, and Swami looked at them and Swami said, "What?" And the students by then were all choked by emotion and they could say nothing more than, "Please Swami, please Swami, please Swami, please Swami." Swami looked at them and Swami said, "Please what? What are you asking for? When you say please, it means you're asking for something." But the students were not saying what they were asking for, they just kept saying, "Please, please, please." And Swami said, "Please what? What are you saying?" So one of the students said, "Swami, please talk to us." And Swami looked at that student and said, "What am I doing now? I'm talking to you." So the students didn't know what to say. They said, "No, Swami, not like this. You're not walking amongst us. You're not coming to where we are seated like how you used to do before." Swami said, "Is that so? Okay, make a path." And Swami put his head down and walked through that block up and down, swiftly, as quickly as he could. Swami said, "Done. What else now?" Swami was talking, Swami was moving amongst them, but things were not the same. And the students didn't know how to convey this to Swami. "Swami, you know what we are trying to say. You're not normal with us. You're not speaking with us as usual." Then Swami said, "Boys, understand one thing. I have not brought you to me. I have not brought you around me. I have not come into your lives to be liked by you." And to make the point even more firm, Swami said, "A dog likes its owner. I don't want to be liked by you." Swami said, "I want to be loved by my students and devotees. And if you really want to show love, the only way you can do that is by paying attention to my words."
Yeah, exactly. This clip shown that the important words spoken by Swami. Okay, I think we need to be follow implicitly on what Swami want to convey to us. Not really listen, not really understanding level, but put in practice. If that is how Swami wanted us to to show our love to Swami is by practice.
There was a time when Swami was...
Okay, and come, let us revisit what Swami life. Come, we really look again. How Swami carry his own life. Okay, how Swami do his salutation to renounce all the worldly attachments. Like his simple robe has no pockets, no wallet. Since he declared this is the attire he want to wear, and he only have few colors. At different occasions, we witness Swami with red color robe and white color and orange, yellow color. Most of the time it will be orange color. You see, all the design is the same. All these years it's the same. He never have attentions or having a desire to change his a robe or color or design or material or comfort. And Swami robe, there's no pockets, and no wallet. And it means, in other words, you see, Swami do not carry mobile phone, or any electronic gadgets. And you see, nowadays we not only one phone. You can see people carry 2 phones and 3 phones around. And Swami, no mobile phone and no electronic gadgets. And Swami also no bank account in his name. Swami did, meaning Swami don't open any account under his own name. It's all foundation name or other name not under his personal name.
Yeah, it's in the Center Trust name.
Yes, correct. Center Trust name. And Swami also no property in his name. Yeah, Swami say properties is propertize. It's like mortgage. It will tie up you. Why you want to have property? The property will tie up you in a lifetime. You have one property you need to pay for 30 years or until your age of 70 to pay off your mortgage. This is the biggest liability actually, world liability actually. So Swami always say, no property is in his name. Okay, but I believe, would you like to continue the tree?
Oh yeah, so Swami is the what you call a very role model of renouncing all worldly attachment. So Swami live a very frugal lifestyle. He stay in a room. Okay, those of you who have attended Brother Satyajit's talk, Swami's room is very small, and it's a very small bed. His toilet also, everything is so simple. Okay. No publicity of his work. He doesn't, when he do something, he doesn't invite the press to come and, make big publicity of it. No, okay. No relative, no relations, okay. But yet he's, the world came to know about him, okay. So he's so frugal. He has basically nothing, no pocket. But if you are lucky, he may. Some devotees are lucky that Swami go to them. Hey, can I, Dr. Reddy and Dr. Reddy share an interesting story where so Swami came to him. He wanted to give I think 100 rupee to someone, and he borrowed 100 rupee from Dr. Reddy, And then in the evening, he gave back the money to Dr. Reddy. 500 rupees. So Dr. Reddy was saying that, okay, Swami, let me give you back the change. So Swami said, no, take it. Okay. And Dr. Reddy said, no, I must give you back the change. Okay. Swami said, no, if you don't keep receive the money I give you back to you, I'm not going to talk to you forever. So Dr. Reddy has no choice. Okay. So Swami is so frugal, okay, but yet he's able to give and give and give. All right. So when we chant this, okay, Om Śri Sāi Sarva Sanga Parityāgine Namaḥ, okay, salutation to Sai who has renounced all worldly attachment. So Swami is saying that, okay, look here, if you want a spiritual life, you have to give up a lot of attachment, okay. But the Swami wants us to give up all our worldly attachment. We will take a look at what Swami is going to say on this afterwards, okay? So next one, back to you, Sister Mei-Ling.
Okay, next. Here have a list of worldly attachments. Okay, so the first one is material possessions. So you can see among us, you can see some of us some people is very clicking to the wealth or property or luxury items or objects. Example like money or gadgets or codings. Example like a phone. So whenever a new phone launch, they cannot keep the phone. They will not keep the phone in their life more than 6 months. Whatever come, they have to change. They have to up to date. You can see this group of people around us. I am seeing this group of people. They are always having not one phone, 2 phones or 3 phones. This is on material example, on the luxury items. Second light, worldly attachment is sensory pleasure. So overindulgence in physical experience. Your physical, whatever you see, you feel, you touch, this sensory pleasure, on the physical experiences like food, sex, entertainment, or comfort. Especially like food. I have seen people want to taste, let's say, mee curry. From Selangor, they can go to Penang to eat only one bowl of mee curry and come back. They have people like that. It's sometimes sometimes it's too much of attached to this type of over fulfilling your sensory pleasure. These are also because of the worldly attachments. The third one is social status and recognitions. Desire for fame, prestige, titles, or social approval. This word, social approval. You're craving for respect or influences. Social approval means, let's say you put up one statement or in Facebook, you are always open it and see how many people approve already, what people want to say about it. You sangat menghadap, you always look up to. This type of then nobody say anything with the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes, then you become anxiety and you feel uncomfortable. This type of this recognition, you want people to acknowledge it, you want people to validate on it. This also become a sickness in this type of our social already. This also a part of your worldly attachments. Number 4 is relationships. Over dependence on family, friends or romantic partners for validations or happiness. See, you have a child in your life. It's not you make the child. In spirituality, it's the soul choose you to become the parents. Actually, it's the soul choosing you become the parents. It's not the parent choosing the child now. Okay, it's the child coming to you. You have a child in your life. It actually is, by right, it should be the guardian to take care of the child. At times we are too much attached to the family or friends. I have come across a Indian family, my neighbor. This husband and wife, they're too attached together and have 1 children. And these children having the malaria, dengue, and pass away. Then the wife cannot take it because there's the only child. And then the mother commit suicide. Because of the attachment, too much attachment. Eventually, the father falls sick, also pass away. The whole family gone. The whole unit gone. It's my neighbor actually. So I'm seeing it in my eyes, how relationship is too close, too attached also become a bondage in our life. Everything have a limit. Everything should be in the harmony way. Over dependence sometimes will cause us also, you are not ready to leave the world when Swami called. Swami have said one time, Swami have said, when I say, come, go, I'm leaving now. Who want to follow me? Who's ready? Give your hand. How many of us, how many of us raise our hand? Yes, Swami, I'm ready, I'm leaving now. I'll follow you now. Why? Because if you have come, if you say, oh, Swami, please, Swami, and then 2 months of my daughter getting married, after that only I come. Or we will say, oh, no, I'm not seeing my son, my 2 boys gone up, successful in their life. Give me some time, Swami, I'm still so young. You see, if Swami say, time's up, leaving, we should let go the world and follow him. This is the relationship we need to build. At times this bondage is will also become obstacle in our spiritual journey. The fifth one is ego and self-identity. This ego is the big I. The big I. The attachment to the reputation, the self-image, the pride, or the personal narratives, the fear of embarrassment. Example, fear of embarrassment. The ego is the big I. At times, the way we carry ourselves, we project our self-image. As a mailing is the mailing. I would like to say, at times we too much. The ego, the I ego is too. The big I is too big, and the small I, you never show the actual, the small I in you, the spiritual I. At times we too much entangled to the worldly, worldly big I. Up to here, anyone would like to add in any experiences in your life or your surrounding which you come across, attached and and then you come across, sorry,
Sorry, somebody is talking and we are able to hear. Mute your mic, brother. Okay.
So I would like to call to open up and then 1 to 5. Anyone come across any experiences or you weaknesses, people were, and attached to this worry attachment. Anyone want to share?
Sarva. Just to
Yes,
share, one of my brother
Mm.
from young,
Mm.
like you say lah, he will go far away, certain places to eat something. I remember when I was young, I follow him. He's elder than me. He'll travel 100 miles just to go there. Later in life, he'll go to Thailand. And later life, you go to Hong Kong, you go to China, just to eat and enjoy life. And then also, we also like receive a WhatsApp video talking about what is the purpose of life. So they are quite very interesting. They don't talk about spirituality, don't talk about Atma, don't talk about self-realization, but they talk about life is so short, enjoy life. I don't know whether I should agree or should not agree. I mean, we can agree to enjoy in a certain level, but the whole purpose of the thing he mentioned about life was everything accurate, except in the end, life is short, enjoy it. I don't know whether you all agree or not. Sairam.
Okay, for this, I have in my center got one Sai brother. This Sai brother always like to go traveling different part of the country. And he say, whenever I go to country, I enjoy, because you go enjoy, you need to spend money, to buy ticket, air ticket, and so. And so, I feel, at times I feel very greedy, always enjoy, go to overseas and enjoy. So what he did is, before I enjoy, if I go to that country, I was do my seva first. This is how he say, I'll do my seva first. Seva in the medical field or seva to rural seva. I finish my seva, then the 2 days balance of 2 days, then already I enjoy myself. And I don't feel guilty. I also received this type of comment,
I think it's quite fair, right? You do seva first, do the spiritual side, and then enjoy a little bit of life. I think it's fair enough, not too aggressive or not asking for too much. Life must enjoy a bit also, but not too much. I think so. No, I don't think he's enjoying that much, but at least he remembers seva.
Sarah. Yes, Suresh.
So in Hindu philosophy, there's one school of thought called Charvakas. That school of thought is catered towards a consciousness that will always move towards materialism, towards like this last satisfaction of senses. So that is a branch of science, a branch allowing consciousness to develop, because at that level, at that point, the consciousness is of that nature. What can you do? So it is like, see, when the cycle of birth and death, you have the cycle Nivritti Marga, Pravritti Marga. So Pravritti Marga is in the expansion of the ego. Nivritti Marga is the consciousness or ego contraction. So in life, when the soul is going out, which is the expansion of the ego, it is that path, it is a cycle that they have to go through in life and experience everything, hit here, knock there. Then slowly one awareness will come in, then slowly he will bump into people, then slowly he'll realize truth. So it comes like that. So it's also accepted, the fact that there is a specific branch of knowledge in Hinduism automatically states that even this group of people is accepted in the whole cycle of life and death. Just that they are also growing, but also going and growing, but it will take time for them to come. That's all part and parcel of acceptance. And that's that's why our reason why we are existing, because when we interact with people, when we, so somehow something will rub off, something will turn. So that's how it happens. The expansion of contract, they reach a certain point in their life where at that point, the pravritti ends and the nivritti starts, you see. So we probably, some of us and all of us have got the opportunity to create that opportunity for others to go inwards. So that is what the whole point is. So this is also accepted as such. The only thing now we need to worry about is that we must look at these 5 5 things that is placed here, material possessions. And so we have to critically ask ourselves, are we like this material possession? To what degree? Let's say if you're giving 0 to 10 for material possession, where are we in that number? Or sensory pleasures, so 0 to 10. So sometimes not everything we won't do, but there'll be one thing that we are like to do. Okay, so like that's like social status recognition is 0 to 10. 0 means nothing, we don't need, but 10 means we really need. So where are we in that? So like that, if we equilibrate and calibrate our own self, we'll be able to discover where our subtle attachments are. Our attachments may not be gross, our attachments may be subtle.
Okay, thank you very much for the explanations. Okay, can we move on?
Sorry.
Yeah.
The other thing is the material possession. According to so far we learn now, it's okay to have possession, to be rich, to have property and all that. But as Swami said, no attachment. That one we have to practice. We have everything, but no attachment. That means able to give away, able to help others whenever there's a need. That is okay.
Yeah. So that's why the 4 Purusharthas is very well defined. See, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Dharma, artha. Artha means wealth. So automatically it's a prescription that if you're living in this world, you must also have sufficient wealth, but earn it through a dharmic means. Now, what James is saying is the second part, where when you earn it like that, you must not have attachment. So that, how can you not have attachment? The mind is saying moha, shaya. So the what dharmartha, kama, the desire. We cannot live without a desire. We have to have a desire. We see, if you have no desire, you have no reason to live in this world. So you must have a desire. But the desire must be for higher moksha. So that desire, when you are attaining something higher, automatically your focus is not on the rewards of your action. So detachment takes place. So these 4 statements, the Purusharthas, actually puts people correctly on the thing. You earn whatever you want to earn, but don't have desire, and achieve the highest in while you're living in this world. So that's what this 4 things is like.
Okay, thank you, Nan.
Just to add on to Dr. Surishwan, I read as Swami say, even the 4 possession that you have, the desire and all that, just how Brother Suri said. Swami said there's still one more, desire for moksha and all that. Okay. Swami said without that, nothing happened. They say the 5th one, I don't think any book mentioned except Swami mentioned. He said love. Love. What is not love is not the worldly love. It's the pure love Swami was talking about. Even the 4 things you achieve, not good enough. You must have love in it. Pure love in it. And that is important. I was shocked when Swami said this. So this is why I read it quite many years ago. And I always remember what Swami said. Right? Hinduism always the 4 pillars. But Swami add in 1, love. Sarva.
Sarva. Thank you, Brother James. Okay, can we move to the next slide?
Sairam.
Yeah, Sairam.
I'm Mrs. Reddy Anjali here.
Yeah.
Since we are in the topic of attachments, I would like to get some answers from wise people here. How to practice this detachment? Materialistic things is easy. We can cut down, we can reduce, we can just overlook things and all that. We are not interested. But when it comes to relationship, especially our loved ones, and people are all very, very nice people, siblings. When you are nice, everything you see is beautiful, right? So in that sense, how to practice this detachment? Swami says, don't get attached, but how to practice some tips to be detached. Don't tell me to do meditation. So I want some nice, practical tips. Maybe that's Brother Suresh is here. Even
no, it's No, what you've asked is a very, very good question. And I think this is what many people will also want to experience. Maybe we listen to every other experience. Others may want to ask. This is a good question, actually.
Yeah, Saram, yeah, very beautiful question. Actually, we all go through all this now. We all go through all this. There's certain things we love, and yet we know it's temporary. So for me, in the years of practice, it's also saying, Swami, show me the way how to detach. It's not instant, you know, sister. It's not instant. It takes years. Slowly, you learn to detach. And then nowadays, I see many side brother and sister, right? Even they are very close relation, parents or what pass away. Don't actually feel sad at all. No. They just know that this is part of life they have to go through. And then sometimes they're suffering within the family whom you love very much also. That is also, they only do their best, pray to God. And you know, this thing they have to go through. Probably is our karma. So the answer is not instant. It's like quite frequently you pray to Swami and then show you the way. It might take months, might take years, but it's okay. But all along inside you, you know that you have to detach because nothing is ours. Sairam.
Hi, Ram.
Yeah, Ma, Sarah.
You have to do your duty. Just do your duty without any expectations. Only when you expect something, you will have problems. Just do your duty and leave everything to God. Whatever happens, you accept it. Then it's easy. Only when you accept and want to get something in return, then only find it difficult in life. That is what is called detachment. You do your duty. You do everything. When something goes wrong, just attend to it and see what you can do. But don't worry about it. Don't get too deep into it. Just relax. That's what. That is life. That is detachment. Don't get tied too much to your family or it's difficult. Be yourself. Just do your duty. That is will make you happy to do your duty. That's what Swami wants us to do. Do your duty and be happy. Don't expect anything from your children or anybody. That's his life. That's what detachment means. Don't be attached to anything, things and people like that. You do just be nice and good. If they hurt also, don't never mind it. Everything happens so good. You have to think everything happens so good. So you're good. You think like that positively. It's easy. Sai Ram.
Sairam.
Sairam, sister.
Yes.
This this comes with practice. This comes with practice. No, first you got to have awareness. And what is the awareness? The awareness is that there's God within you. And then the awareness is you are doing everything you're doing because of the power of the divine within you. And then you get mangled by your devotion to your mind. And then you are eclipsed by the mind. The weight goes towards the mind. That's the attraction. And throughout the life, you are living with the mind and with the desires which accumulates, multiplies through the mind's tentacles. And you get crippled. And that is because you did not give the benefit of whatever you're doing to the doer, which is the divine in you. So presently, not 30, 40 years ago, presently, we have read so much. And your mantra daily should be, I'm not the doer, he does. I'm not the doer, he does. I'm not the doer, he does. You got to bring that into you, and that's your mantra for everything which appears that you are doing, but you give the benefit of it, the full benefit of it to the divine inside you. But because in actual fact, it's the divine which gives you the precious thought, and that conscionable thought is what you're working on. And then you get the benefit of your labor, but that originally started from the divine within you. So Swami asks you to rely on the divine and give it back to the divine as the doer. If you do that, you take away the ego. If you do that, you get detached from what you're doing. And that requires a lot of devotion, a lot of observation of the mind within you. And sometimes, like what Brother Sabitan is doing, goes into the silent program, the silent program, to see your mind within you and the play of the mind. So you become more intimate with the mind, intimate in the sense that you are able to observe the mind and the mind play, and you are able to give the benefit to the thoughts which comes from the conscience, minimizing the effect of the mind. And that will do a great deal. That's number one. But you must really have a lot of control over that. What do people do in temples and in holy places? They have what is known as Mauna Vradam. Mauna Vradam is actually fasting on the mind, of the mind, fasting. That means you don't allow the mind to take control of yourself, but you observe the mind. You observe the mind. This practice is definitely going to lead you very far, high up, closer to the divine. Definitely is going to lead you to the divine, closer to the divine, and the divine is in you. So you don't get a wall being created. So you are now, suddenly you got the awareness. And that awareness plays within you. And then now and then, when attachment comes, you are able to detach yourself. Because you are not the doer. Somebody else, he does. In our case, it is Swami. Maybe a Christian, the doer is Christ. Buddha, it's the Buddhist, the Buddha. And so on. You see, it goes on like that. It's a very good practice in order to get into the line of disciplining your mind, yourself, and the ego. Let me give you an example of another case of attachment, which sometimes can be which may be repulsive to you, but it is a fact which you cannot deny. There was a Swamiji who came from Chennai to Shirdi Baba's ashram. And he inquired about the great holy places in the Himalayas. And one Swamiji who was there explained to him how difficult it is to pass the stretch, the journey to reach the Himalayas, how difficult it was. The behavior of the people who can rob you, harm you, and things like that. He went on. So the Swamiji was discouraged. Shirdi Baba does not like anybody making such inquiries when you are on a spiritual journey. When you are on a spiritual journey, you are with the divine within you. So he is attached to something else, secondary experiences, which may be peculiar to that person, but may not happen to you. But the very fact you did, you have become attached to that, and you have refrained from going to the Himalayas. And therefore, your yatra has been spoiled. Shri Baba was very, very unhappy with his behavior. But he didn't tell him anything. Then a few days later, this is the point. A few days later, this Swamiji received news from Chennai that his mother was very seriously ill. And he is attached to his mother. He wants to go back and do whatever is necessary to comfort her. And maybe if the situation demands, do whatever right he has to do, because that's his mother. And this is going on in the mind of the Swamiji. The all-knowing Shri Baba, when he went to see, when this Swamiji went to see him, he told him, why did you become a Swamiji? If you're attached to your mother, why did you become a Swamiji? That, when I first read it, I myself was a bit shaken up. What would I do if there's such a case? But Shri Baba was to the point. He says, the divine is in you. You be attached to the divine. You don't have to worry about her. She will be taken care of. That's what he's trying to say. But the attachment has got its flow, very strong flow. And that is, he has got to be near his mother. And Shri Baba told him, because he knew what his future is, he says, you go to this place, which is a house, one of the houses there. You stay there and lock yourself up, because there are a lot of thieves around here. I want you to read these books during this period and read it a number of times. This will help you in your thinking. Meanwhile, the mother had passed away, and whatever was done by whoever was in the family there. But this man became absorbed in that reading which he had to do, which Baba had ordered. And he read and read and read and read and read until he was tired and he could not read anymore. And then Baba called him. And while he was talking with Baba, slowly his head went on to the lap of Baba and his life departed. He had a very good death as he was with Swami. How did that happen? Because the attachment which was transferred from worldly people like his mother onto those holy books which Swami asked to read, which triggered him to become very pure, because he himself has got the traits of Swamiji. And that, when he was in front of Swami, he became even much stronger until his last. So the good side of the story is he had a good death, and that definitely he would go to heaven, or he would be in eternal peace because of Swami's blessings and the opportunity he had with Swami the few days. Coming back to the story about the mother, all of us are very attached to the mother. Swami asked, if you're so attached to your mother now, what about the mother in your previous birth? Where is she? Have you ever any thought about her? What is she? What is she doing? Where is she? Where is she born? Have you ever thought about that? Is this what you call that you love your mother? So you see, that point he's trying to raise is, it's unnecessary for you to have attachment of that degree, that you should be more attached to the divine. And the very fact, it's my conclusion here, the very fact that you are praying so hard and you are with the divine, the power of the divine will look after your mother's interests wherever she is. You need not spend your time and go into that level, forgetting what you should do as a Swamiji in the ashram, in Shri Baba's ashram, which is to be concentrated, to have concentrated thoughts of Swami, concentrated thoughts of the divine, concentrated thoughts to uplift himself from what he is to the next level. So that is what I understand by attachment. First, we don't, like what the sister said just now, we work without expectations. We work. Our body is the instrument, a tool given by God. We have certain karmic duties. Those are the prescribed duties at the point of birth. As we grow from nothing, we grow to something, we end up somewhere doing certain duties, certain work. That is our duty. We do the duty, prescribed duties, according to what is required in that disciplined way. That disciplined way requires you, as Swami has often said, the power of the 5 human values and the 9 code of conduct. It helps you to uplift yourself and come out of the distractions and move towards Swami in the attachment. He has given you the power. He has given you the instrument to work on so that you mature along that line. So, sister, you asked this question. How do you detach yourself? You have to do that slowly, like what Brother James said. But you have to start. Because if you don't start, come a certain time, you'll be caught with lots of attachments. And you wouldn't know how to come out of it. But you would think that attachment surrounding you is going to promote the well-being of you. Actually, that is not important at all. They are not important at all. In the end, the most important relationship is the true relationship. And that relationship is with the divine. So whatever we are doing now, we are, through the process of detachment and dispassion, trying to reach that level where we can have Swami within us. He is within us, but the awareness must bloom so that you feel that he is with you. That time, that's the moment when you find that the attachment for Swami has been blown by you into that proportion for your need, for your life's journey. Minus that, you are bringing yourself down. But the 5 human values and the 9 code of conduct, if you keep following it, it lifts you. For instance, one of the items in the 9 code of conduct is singing the bhajan. When you're down, you sing the bhajan. And when you sing the bhajan, it uplifts you. And when you are uplifted, you are with Swami. Like that, you can do meditation. Like that, you can go to service. Like that, you have family bhajan. Like that, you read side literature. Like that, you keep on doing it, and then you'll find directions helping you in the path towards detachment. Sairam, sister. Sairam.
Okay, thank you, Brother Rama, for very detailed explanations on the detachment. I hope, Sister Anjali, you got some good practice and some good points to put in practice.
Very enlightening.
Yeah, all right.
A lot of tips.
Okay,
so,
good.
A lot of service, be occupied, all the tools given, the 5 human values, and all this to be practiced, 9 codes of conduct. So all these guidance are given, and yet I'm still struggling. But thank you for the reminder. Thank you for all the sharing, Brother Ramnathan and Sister, who shared about, of course, no expectations. The expectations, all that we have come to a stage where we don't want to have expectations. But then, even then, there's still a lot of challenge to go through, because seeing a lot of people, a lot of our loved ones just leaving us just like that. In fact, yesterday, just to share, I hope, can I share some?
Yes, sister.
Randomly, I called an old friend of mine just to ask how is she doing. And she said, I'm not fine. And I asked, why? What's wrong with you? And she said, no, my daughter-in-law passed away last week. She's very young. The daughter-in-law is in early 50s. And she just died because of pressure of the work and lack of sleep. So you see, people are just going off just like that. And, the mother and the husband, the son, they are so helpless because they thought the mother-in-law will be living long. Mother-in-law will be the one who will go first, but the daughter-in-law, she left just like that. At work, she collapsed and she just went off like that. So I've been listening to a lot of this kind of stories and incidents. So it is just like a fear, that, all this is happening, but how to practice this detachment? So thank you for all this sharing, Saira.
Sairam, sister. Thank you. All right. Shall I continue?
Sorry,
Yes.
Mary. Just
Yes.
want to add one point. Quite frequent, I heard the word, our brother Rama was also mentioning, attachment to Swami. Quite many of us like to use the word attachment to Swami. But Swami said, as long as we are attached to form, we will never realize self-realization. Never. Swami mentioned that. So we have to be careful. For me, I never use the word attachment to Swami one. For me, it's always the faith in Swami that he's God. He's in us. He's everywhere. He's guiding us. And the faith in Swami teaching, which is wise and truth. So, of course, certain level of truth are different. So we also must know the different level of truth, right? So that different people will speak at different level. Even Swami did that also.
Mm.
I think we need to correct ourselves that it's not attachment to Swami. It's the faith in Swami that he's God and the faith in his teaching that is the truth. Saidam.
Yes,
Yeah.
very true. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Brother James, rightly to mentions, sending the reminder. Excellence. Okay, in that case, I will just finish, the example of the worldly attachments. So number 6 in our list is power and control. Obsessions with dominating others, manipulating outcomes, or maintaining authority. This you will see in the likely will be in the big company or multi giant international company. You can see on the top level, or you can see these obsessions or dominating, or manipulating. Because the empowerment, I'm in the powers, in power, so I can give you command. This type of too much of using your own positions to control the power, and this is also it will be cause in the will be sickness to the world. Yeah. The 7 is ambitions and goals. Fixations on career success, academic achievements, or specific life milestones. It's good you have ambitions. It's good you know your goals. You have your visions and you have your missions. But if you focus on the missions, on the doing and the duty part, on the doing part, the career part, as example, in career, it will come. The acknowledgement will come. The recognition will come by itself actually. But we just need to focus on the doing part only. Things will come. Do the right thing. Thing will come one. But having so much of ambitions, or opposite. You wanted to have the end result, but you're not willing to pay for the journey. Then it will be upside down. It will cause so much of imbalance inside a person. They will do some shortcoming and do some trick or something to achieve their success in the career, because they cannot wait. They wanted to achieve everything in shortcut, and in the very not dynamic way, you know. Sometimes if you're not in balance, you know, follow the Swami teaching of the 5 value, then there will be upside downs, even though you have ambitious and goals, you know, on the initial state. All right. And number 8 is belief and ideologies. You know, rigid adherence to dogmas, political views, or religions, doctrines without openness to change. This one, you have to be very openness, especially you don't caught in, you know, on other people belief or other people ideologies actually. This also sometimes will cause us a problem, especially in one family. I am seeing that in Malay, as this in Malay family. One person having different belief, the other father different belief, the son different belief. Eventually, they don't have harmony inside the house. Before both persons with different ideologies follow the different parties. So eventually, you can see the family unity. You can this cannot fix in anymore. You cannot see the harmony anymore. They cannot even sit and eat on the same table, just because of belief. Too much of, you know, too much on the political views, right? Another one is habits and routines, resistant to altering familiar patterns or comfort zones or daily rituals. Give you an example. I've shared this to my young adults in my center, you know, a story. And, you know, one young adult, you know, going to work, and he will pass by, you know, and you can see on the right hand side of a big tree. The big tree, and every morning having flowers. Early morning, the flower is actually yellow color in the early morning. Late evening, the color will change. Yeah, the shape actually like rose will change to sometimes pink color, or sometimes it's brown color. It depends on the weather. And actually very beautiful. The flower is a rose flower. You know, every morning around 7:30, he will see one uncle holding one basket, go and collect the flower on the floor, from the floor. It's not pluck the flower on the tree. So first day he observed it, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day. One day he stopped and he said, you know, uncle, what are you doing? Why are you plucking the flower? No, picking up the flower on the floor. And then the uncle said, I have a feeling for the flower. You know, the flower, you know, not managed, you know, to be plucked from the tree and offered to Swami, you know, and then the flower very sad and then fall down on the floor. So I keep a chance, I know, for the flower to offer to Swami. That's why I collect the flower from the floor. The flower is still very beautiful. And this actually give my young adult a different perception. Since then, I observe him. Since then, his house have one tree. Early morning, the flower will drop on the floor. I observe him, and nowadays he do not pluck the flower from the tree. He just pick up the flower and offer to Amma, you know, to Aman. You know, you see, sometimes this type of resistant altering, you know, whatever you're very familiar, you can have an open minds and you understand, and it can make changes in your life to break your habit and your routines for the betterment. Okay, number 10 is physical appearance and health. Excessive concern over youth, or beauty, or fitness, or avoiding illness, or that. This is physical appearance. Some of them is too much. I would say too much on the physical appearance. I don't know whether they are not confidence or overconfidence at times. And beauty means they spend a lot of money, you know, on their facial. And lately one auntie, actually my husband's side, one auntie staying in Kajang, you know, and came to Batam to visit my mother-in-law and sister, my mother-in-law, father-in-law. And then my mother told that he had some problem on her face. She a bit dark on the face, and then she want to put some cream on the face, and then spoil the face, and then, you know, and now the face looks so dark, and he take time for healing, for recovering. You see, sometimes people don't really accept, come to acceptance that that's it. Sometimes you can purify, make yourself look good, and but not that excessive until you're not come to the point that not acceptance. That will cause so much anxiety and unhappiness in you. You're not accepting yourself. The beauty, the inner beauty. This is also, it is now become the worldly problem, the worldly sickness now. Yeah. Okay. Up to these points, anyone I open up? Anyone want to give any, any experiences, sharing?
Yes, Mei-Ling.
Yeah.
We will talk about power and control, which happen in all these big companies. I do agree with that. Right? I know many of the big agents, they always have got 2 or 3 parties, So this one not only happen in big company, I think in many spiritual places, right? Temples, even our Baba centers, right? That day I was just, my friend and I just laugh off, because suddenly if you talk something, say, this is spiritual politics. All center. So then the day one of the big Assam president told me, James, I have this problem, these 2 ladies always give me problem. Every time we suggest something, they will disagree. Yeah, these 2 ladies always give us problem. They say, why not you have a committee? Yeah, that's what I do. I got 15 committee. Everything I want to put forward, we openly talk and then we vote. So this will minimize the politics inside the center, which is effective. Sometimes when you have a meeting and then 2 persons just talk and the other all keep quiet, and then that will be a big problem. Right? The 1 or 2 overrule 10 people. We shouldn't allow this to happen. It must be always the majority win. That thing, I think we will keep it in all centers. That is important. Then the other thing you talk about ambition and goal. Many years ago, I think 40 years ago, when I attended Dale Carnegie leadership, Dale Carnegie sales course and all that, we learn one thing. We can have goal, but we were taught the goal is not a straight line. There's always up and down. There's always curve, like stick and ladder like that. So when I learned that, it was interesting. You can fix the goal. Like I got 5 years goal to achieve certain thing, but it took me more than 10 years to achieve. But I can accept because I realized what was taught there is actually true. It's not a straight line. So I think always should remember, even your spiritual goal is not a straight line, right? But always have your goal in mind, and one day it will just happen. You will arrive there. It might not be easy. There'll be up and down and everything. And that, as I said, is part of life. Saram.
Saram. Thank you, Brother James.
Oh yeah, one more thing about goal in life. Chinese is always saying, probably some of our members might not have heard. 10樓都未起，10樓啊，嗰個 foundation 都未做係講。I mean, there are many people want to be successful, quick, fast. They aim to build the 10 story, but no foundation. To be successful, your foundation must be strong. Then only can build up to 10 story. But Chinese is this saying, you can't build a 10 story without a sound foundation. You see, in life, many people fail because they want quick success. They want fast success. It's not like that one. The foundation must be strong first. Saira.
Saram. Okay.
Saram, sister.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'd like to share regarding desires and attachment to outcomes.
Okay.
Okay. in January 2020, before the pandemic started, I was invited to join my friends and relatives on a world cruise. This cruise was supposed to be for 3 months, and starting from Japan, going to USA, Honolulu, Mexico, to all the countries some of which I've never been. And I was very excited and wanted to go because I love traveling. So this was a desire. This was like a dream trip. So it was supposed to cover Guatemala, Costa Rica, Panama, Canada, Iceland, and also to see the Northern Lights. And supposed to go to Scotland, cover England, France, Portugal, Spain, Italy, around the world, literally, Greece, Turkey, Egypt, and coming back to Sri Lanka, Thailand, China, a port in China, and back to Japan again. So this was like something that will cover many places which I always wanted to go, but perhaps didn't have the time or the opportunity. And so this cruise, and I've never been on a cruise, so this cruise was just ideal. Just within 3 months, cover everything, before I reach a certain age. So I thought, why not? And they offered also a very good discount at that time. So 4 of us, we booked and we paid. But shortly after that, the pandemic started. There was a lockdown. So of course, the cruise was postponed that year to the next year to the next year. So finally, in 2023, we were contacted, and over the years of postponement, they kept giving us upgrades from 4 sharing to twin sharing. And then they gave us more and more coupons and things that we can do on the cruise. So it was to attract us to continue so that we will not cancel. We could actually cancel, and there was a cancellation fee of only 500. And so, but the cruise is about 20,000 US. So we were very excited. So we did not want to cancel. But finally, when the cruise was started to contact us to operate, that they were starting to operate, that year, my cousin in 2023 in January, she reached 80 years old. When she booked, she was 77. So she told me she wanted to cancel. But she said, please do not stop. Do not let me stop you from going. So we discussed with the agent, and the agent told me that I could still go if I found another traveling companion. So what happened was I decided to be able to share better with my friends and relatives. I will go for a briefing by the travel company, the cruise company, and they had a very big presentation in 2023 in one of the big hotels. So I went, and when I went up to the 14th floor, where there was this huge lobby, the moment the door of the lift opened, I was staring right at a huge picture of Swami. So I was thinking, how come in a hotel there's Swami's picture? Then I realized the hotel belonged to one devotee, Dato Vincent Tan. So I actually had a sort of like a shock when I saw the photo of Swami. And I thought Swami was trying to tell me something. So anyway, I went through the presentation. It was very nice. And I was still determined to go for the trip, for the cruise. My desire was so strong because I really like traveling, and these were covering many, many countries and places that I've never been. So what happened was the travel agent told me they gave me 1 month to find someone to replace my cousin. So for 1 month, I was talking to several people, including some of our Sai sisters, and all were so excited because it was a very good pricing that, the discount was very good. So then, but I just couldn't find anyone to replace my cousin. So I had no choice. Then I was thinking of Swami. Why did Swami show me his picture? There must be a reason. So I decided, okay, I won't give in to my desire. I will cancel. I will cancel, and then I will see what happens. So I canceled, and the agent refunded me everything and just deducted 500 ringgit. But surprisingly, I wasn't too upset. Although for years, I've always wanted to go on a cruise, and especially this one, which covered all these lovely places. So what happened was, I kept thinking, why did this happen? Perhaps Swami had a better plan for me. So I decided I should go to Puttapati. And at that time, no things were opening, and I asked around, and so happened Sister Mei-Ling, who was having a yatra to Puttapati. So I joined her and her team, and believe it or not, the day I left was the day that I was supposed to fly to Yokohama for me to start my cruise. So I thought there's something to it. So anyway, it was a miraculous, wonderful trip to Puttapati. And when I came back, I had no more desire to go on a cruise or to use the money that was refunded to me to travel to other countries. I just kept thinking about Swami. So my focus was entirely on Swami. And so I had this feeling that I wanted, again, this time to travel, but to do seva. And the feeling was so strong in me because way before 2020, my trip, I had a trip to Sai School, Thailand in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. And it was such a wonderful trip. I brought a seva team for Christmas there, and it was a lovely trip. And so this desire came up again in me because we couldn't do the second trip, another trip after that, because the King of Thailand passed away. So there was mourning, so no celebration. So we postponed, and then I was going for Chinese New Year every year to India, and then the pandemic, right? So then this time the desire came up. I wanted to go and do seva in Thailand. And when I got connected, they asked me, please come, bring a team. So I arranged, and in fact, Brother James was one of the brothers who joined us. There were 12 of us. We went to Sai School, Thailand. And a month before our trip to Thailand, something happened. We were informed that COVID had affected 23 students and teachers. So we have to make a decision. So I had to contact everyone who had already booked the air tickets. What do we do now? Do we cancel or do we proceed? And even Brother James said, let's pray and we should proceed, we should not cancel. So every day we were praying, and when it came to the time that we were supposed to fly, we were told the school was declared COVID-free one day before our flight to Thailand. I mean, it was just unbelievable, you know. But we had so much faith, we wanted to go. And so when we landed, of course, we had to do COVID tests and all that, and we were all cleared. And we had a wonderful time in Sai School, Thailand. And then I also realized when I flew to Thailand, when that was the day I'm supposed to fly back from Yokohama if I had gone on the cruise. So you see how Swami made all this, and for me to actually lose my desire to go on world travel is just unbelievable. So everything, when I believe if we just focus on Swami, he will give us the answer. And this is also something like a ceiling on desires, where the concept is we have to take heed, you know, of our senses, and we may plan, we may want to do this and that, but at the end of the day, it is Swami who decides. And I believe that actually Swami saved my life, because in the middle of this time, these 3 months that I was supposed to go, if I had gone, actually the Gaza-Israeli war started. And at that time, my cruise ship was supposed to be near Egypt and Suez Canal. We could have been affected, we could have been diverted. So many things could have happened. So I believe Swami knew he wanted me just to be in under his arms, in safe arms, safe, you know, his grace. And thank you, brothers and sisters, for allowing me to share this. Sairam.
Thank you, sister. Very nice, very, very inspiring story. Thank you so much for sharing. You got 2 minutes. We have passed 2 minutes. I just want to respond to that question that Sister Reddy asked just now about attachment. How do you go through attachment? Actually, there is a mechanism. You see, if you attach to the baby has something that it is not available in you. So you become attached. Attachment is always certain parts of you is in that individual. Certain attributes that you really desired happen to be in the other side. Well, you attach to your son because there's an ambition that your son is carrying. So there's a part of us always given to some other people, and we attach to that attribute, to that quality, to the virtue, to the talent, to the skill. So like that, it is like that. So, but when we become more and more spiritual, and then when we go to like Guru Purnima, we become full, then we start to see which part of ours is missing. And then we start to fulfill ourselves, and therefore we become a complete person at the end of the day. And then we become detached. Naturally, we become detached. Detachment doesn't mean less in love, you know. Detachment simply means that we love everybody, but we equal distance to everyone. And we are not looking at the rewards or looking at the results. But our love then becomes very genuine, very pure, very true, and not biased, you see. So that is what I think the thing is. But the real reason why we become attached is because certain part of us in us is missing and is found in some other people. So this is what we need to recover back through spirituality, so that we become wholesome and then start loving everybody in a very amazing, incredible, unconditional manner. Then I think that becomes spiritual love. So dear brothers and sisters, it was a very interesting session. We haven't finished also, but this is the way to go. You know, slowly we plod along. So till we meet again next week, Sairam.